Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christina. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to another MLM Top Fails video. It is number 13, which by the way is my favorite number. 13 or 11. I'm a fan of uneven numbers, so this better be good. In MLM Top Fails, I react to posts and reels and lives from reps who are in multi-level marketing companies. I take a look at their posts, I comment on them, I debunk lies, I give my 2 cents. That is what I typically do in MLM Top Fails. Today we're having a great mixture of content from Seint Beauty, NoShameSalesGame, Monat, then we have somebody from QSciences, and also BODi. So let's get right into this video. Let's start with BODi, formerly known as Beachbody. That is an MLM that is rebranding over the course of this year. So they're going to rebrand all of their PR, all of their websites, all of their tools pretty much to BODi. And I'm currently eyeing that very closely. And one thing I recognized on their Instagram did rub me the wrong way. So let's take a look at this and then let's talk about this. BODi has a recipe on their Instagram about chocolate protein turtle clusters, and they're also advising on the actual recipe on their Instagram. Did you have your dessert today? Try this chocolate at Shakeology treat. This chocolatey at Shakeology treat. That's a tongue twister. 1 cup of dark chocolate chips, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, a 1/4 cup of chocolate caramel brownie at Shakeology, 1½ cups of crispy rice cereal, check for certified GF, make sure there's no malt, 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. This dessert is not designed to comply with the guidelines of our body eating plans. What? And then Shakeology themselves, they answer in the comment section, yeah, that's a professional post if I've ever seen one. You might ask yourself now, why do you have an issue with this post? First of all, if you want to treat yourself, if you want to have a dessert, why not just grab a normal dessert? There's nothing wrong if you like these types of desserts with dark chocolate, coconut oil, with protein powder, and with nuts. If that is for you, if that's what you like, go for it. But if you want a cookie or if you want a cake, I would say go for it as well. In my opinion, Beachbody is currently rebranding to BODi to have a more open facade, to include more people into their MLM workout and health systems, because Beachbody is a very negatively connotated name. But I do not believe that behind the scenes, they're making that many changes. I'm currently keeping an eye out for that because I'm looking into doing a Beachbody or BODi deep dive, and those are things I see. I do not think that there is anything wrong with you wanting this type of dessert, but first and foremost, if you have a well-balanced diet, then allow yourself a dessert that is not considered healthy here or there as well. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm not a nutritionist, putting that out there. What does rub me the wrong way, though, is that no matter how hard BODi or Beachbody try to rebrand, they will always be Shakeology dealers. Lots of their recipes when it comes to desserts now include Shakeology. That is something that the CEO of the company, Carl Deichler, also said, that they want to tell people, have a dessert, eat a dessert. And then you have recipes like this where they include protein powder. Not just protein powder, but the overpriced protein powder from BODi. And that is Shakeology. Nothing wrong if you want that. I also like to make myself protein waffles or protein pancakes eventually, but that is not the embodiment of living a healthy lifestyle. Who are these recipes designed for? Yes, for potential customers that might come across BODi's Instagram side, but ultimately it is for the reps themselves to up the sales on Shakeology, get them regularly, get your shake in every day. Put yourself on an auto shipment so you don't miss out on Shakeology. You also want to have an additional box on hand because you might want to bake with it. It's good to stock up on Shakeology. In my opinion, the rebrand and recipes like this are just another way to shill more of their Shakeology products and other stuff as well. But why do I have to use your protein powder in a dessert? Let's take a look at Shakeology though. Picked up the Vanilla Whey Shakeology flavor, and for a whopping $129.95, you're able to get a pack that will last you for a month if you have a serving size of 30 or 31 portions. This is the Vanilla Whey Shakeology, and it is clinically studied to help reduce cravings and support healthy weight loss. So many buzzwords already, and that is why I cannot take BODi seriously, and that's why I find them horrific. Clinically studied is not clinically proven. So you were involved in a clinical study, and that is why you can mention this. And I believe they also include this because it sounds a lot fancier, but that is not clinically proven. Whatever they're claiming here is not medically, clinically proven to do anything for you. They just studied that clinically. So pay attention to the verbiage there. I find that very interesting. And it is studied to help reduce cravings and support healthy weight loss. First of all, there's nothing wrong with having cravings. There's no need to put yourself on some sort of supplement to not have a sweet tooth here or there. 17 grams of protein for lean muscle support. Well, it's a protein powder, yes. 250 milligrams of omega-3 from ALA, plus it has super greens, superfruits, and adaptogens. If you tell a Beachbody rep that this is really just an overpriced protein powder, they will very likely not take that well because it is supposed to be a superfood. In the end, all this is an overpriced, overhyped protein powder. It's gluten-free, etc., blah, blah. Yeah, so if you want to try out this recipe, you not only have to pay for the actual products, but also for Shakeology for $129.95. It's a no from me, BODi. Adding to that, I would like to include a post from Scientists with a Board. That is not the fail. I think the person is awesome. Their Instagram page is also awesome. I would encourage you to follow them if you're interested in scientific information. This is like dude with a board, but in this case it's scientist with a board. Somebody who specifically comments on scientific topics, and I find him very funny, and I also find him to speak a lot of truth. Very fitting after the BODi post we have just seen. One of the hardest lessons to learn is that you can be wrong. Matter of fact, you will be wrong at some point many times over. No one has all the answers, especially in a field that is continually being updated with new scientific discoveries. I have been wrong about a lot of topics throughout my education and will only continue to update my own knowledge base as more evidence research is published in the health and exercise field. So for all of you influencers, you need to let go of the mindset that you know it all. Because, well, you don't. Just because you copy your little content from some other terrible influencer that has a lot of followers, you think the information is accurate. It's usually not. As soon as someone comments information with references that invalidates your little post, you break down and block them to make the accurate information disappear before your followers realize that you may be wrong. There is nothing bad about being wrong as long as you're open to learning the correct information. Otherwise, if you want to keep that know-it-all mindset, then please do us a favor and stop posting your awful advice. I think this is awesome, and I find it fitting. Although I was not reacting to a specific person in Beachbody when I spoke about BODi, Beachbody, still confusing how to word that, but I find that very, very typical, and that is also true for multi-level marketing companies in the health and wellness field. So yeah, I would argue take everything you see from a BODi coach with a grain of salt. They might not be an expert. They might just be an overhyped influencer, and because they're moving in a cult-like surrounding, they might believe they know it all. So if you see any upcoming posts about Shakeology, how amazing, how awesome this is, why it is worth the price, why it is not just an overpriced protein powder, but a superfood, maybe think about the Scientist with a Board. I will link his site down below, and I would encourage you to look him up. I think, first of all, he's really funny, and then he also has a lot of actual practical information to give that I think is very valuable. The next post is from a Monat rep. not be able to play the music, but you can see the text on the screen. And I wanted to include this because it is very inspirational and very typical for people in multi-level marketing companies, in my opinion. I find this specifically interesting because this is for the small business owner, to the ones who feel overlooked and overwhelmed, to the ones who've wanted to throw in the towel more times than they can count, and to the ones who continue to show up daily and persist boldly. Your time is coming. I promise it won't be for nothing. For the times you felt like you were falling on your face and nothing was working, I see you. This is for you. That in itself might not look horrible or weird to you. I think it is inspirational, and I think it is great if business owners support other business owners, help them through rough times with certain inspiration. But what was a little bit odd here was that suddenly a CC cream from Monat popped up there, and I thought, what are we doing there? Because this person speaking here is a Monat consultant. So she's shilling multi-level marketing products, but is having an inspirational reel to all of the small business owners. Let's go through the caption, and then I have some commentary. And for this, I need to pull out my glasses, because the writing is too small for me. When I was in middle school, I had an assignment to interview a business owner. I interviewed my pop. My grandfather had poor grades, barely graduated high school, and then right into the service when he turned 18. Years later, he took a leap of faith and opened a small business. Over the years, I've watched his company have high highs and low lows. I remember during the interview, I asked him what he would tell an aspiring entrepreneur. He said to me, I would tell them not to do it. Too many regulations and hoops to jump through. If you know my pop, you know that what a jokester he is. My grandfather has always inspired me by the risks he's been willing to take. I know there have been some very bleak times for his company and in turn our family. But in my eyes, he's a very successful entrepreneur. I didn't take my grandfather's advice. I am nowhere near his level of success. This year has been harder than I've wanted to openly admit. I've wanted to walk away from this journey so many times, but something won't let me. I've found new passions, I've been resourceful, started new business ventures, and panicked over what I would do next. But I'm here, still standing, making a way, even if it's different from what I've hoped. And I'm proud of that. If you know a small business owner, support them. If you are one, I see you. This year has been tough. On board. This post is from last November, so from November 2022, and this sounds all very inspirational, also with the story of her grandfather, etc. And I also have mad respect for business owners. I'm also from a family of entrepreneurs, if you will. My parents have, ever since I could remember, always run their own company. They have done so very successfully, but they also went through ups and lows. There are lots of regulations that you have to follow if you have your own small business. So that in itself is not an issue for that. The problem I have is that somebody who is in the multi-level marketing company Monat, as an independently contracted salesperson, is having a post up speaking to all of the business owners. Now, if you know something about Monat, Monat is not doing so well. They're shilling their shampoo, but specifically last year, when this post was made in 2022, Monat has crumbled and crumbled and crumbled. Tens of thousands of reps, allegedly last year alone, have left the company. In my opinion, it's a horrible company. It's a culty company, as are most MLMs, but it is one that does promote a lot of toxic positivity. In addition to that, it also has not a great compensation plan, despite what the reps will tell you. And the income disclosure statement shows that the majority of people in Monat are not making any money. So it is not a great opportunity whatsoever, and you are not a business owner. I do not know if the person who posted this is an actual business owner because she has an actual business besides Monat, or if she's just referred to Monat here. But I want to be very, very clear. If you join a multi-level marketing company, you are not a business owner and you're not an entrepreneur. You're an independently contracted salesperson and you're joining an already existing system. There's nothing wrong with being a salesperson, but the fact that MLM reps have to inflate what they're doing and have to make what they're doing sound so much greater and bigger and better than it actually is, in my opinion, is concerning, and they're doing that for a reason. reason. Monat's business opportunity is not a great one. That is why Monat reps tell people they want to recruit, you can run your own business. You're the CEO of your own company. You're in charge of what you're doing, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You're a salesperson, not a business owner. You're not building anything from the ground up. You're not formulating the products. You don't decide what product range you want to have. You're not deciding on the pricing. You don't decide on the shipping. You're simply purchasing your way into an existing company so that you are then allowed to sell the products and the business opportunity. MLM reps are not business owners unless they have an actual business they own besides the multi-level marketing. And I do not doubt that actual business owners in this day and age are struggling. A lot of small business owners did take a hit through the pandemic. And now with the recession, that is also a very, very difficult situation. And if you have the ability to support an actual small business owner, I think that is worth doing so. And I also believe that Monat reps are not doing that well because last year alone, the company has lost so many reps. Let's take a look at the income disclosure statement from the United States from Monat in 2021. And there we can see that it is not a great opportunity. The majority of people are at the bottom 3 ranks with over 97-98%, and they make $21 median annual gross earnings at the market partner rank. If you consider you need to purchase products here or there, to hit certain ranks, to pay your way into the company, you've already lost money. At the second rank, the managing market partner, the median annual gross earnings was $1,686. Also not a lot. That is before taxes and that is before expenses. And then the associate market builder makes a median annual gross earnings of $3,739. Those are the majority of people in Monat who are at the bottom ranks. So if you want to make money, if you want to make good money, my tip is to not join an MLM and specifically to not join Monat. You're not an entrepreneur, you're not a business owner, and you're not running your own company when you join Monat. The next post is from someone in the MLM Seint Beauty. They sell beauty and makeup products. And this post says, today's line up. Lots of emojis. Comment match below to get started. I cannot tell you how amazing it is to have all my makeup in one place. A busy mama's dream. The second layer of this compact holds all of my eyeshadows fast, easy, customized. It's a new month. Fill up my inbox today with your color match. Comment match below to get started. This is typical in Seint Beauty, and that is kind of their claim to fame, that you have all of your makeup in one spot. So at the top, she has the foundations and the bronzers and the blushes. To me, they still look like kitty makeup. And then below that, she has her eyeshadows, etc. To me, the makeup looks horrible. I have dry skin, but this looks so oily and slobby that it would probably not even look good on my face. I find this ridiculous that in this day and age, a company is actually trying to sell you compacts. Although you have to formulate them yourselves, you have to get little sliders yourself and then put them into those magnetic fields. It is ridiculous to me in this day and age. First of all, don't mix powders and creams. That is never of advantage. And it looks very, very unpractical for me. If you have a bigger collection, for example, that you need to consistently open your book and then you have to dab in there. You will ultimately also be in the other ones. You will be in the foundation and then in the concealer. Not practical to me. Seint Beauty is a multi-level marketing company, so you have once again to buy your way into the company so that you're able to sell the products. And because you're not a business owner, people will have to work with what they're being given in a company. In this case, with these weird boxes where you have to stack all of your makeup in. I'm not a fan of that in whatever way, shape, or form. That was a trend years ago, and at some point Maybelline came out with a Gigi Hadid palette that apparently didn't go that well either, because in this day and age most people don't want to have everything in one place unless you're traveling where that may come in more handy. I have reacted to other Seint Beauty reps before in other MLM top fails videos. There I spoke about the fact that the people who are in this multi-level marketing company, they call themselves artists. Their ranks are called artists and they're being referred to as artists as well, although you do not have to have an actual education as a makeup artist. That is just a title name. And I found this post specifically interesting and funny, not just because of these weird compacts where you have to put everything into one palette, which, like I said, in my opinion, is not really up to date, but also because this is what a lot of people who are not actually makeup artists believe is the height of makeup artistry. Granted, I do not know, and I didn't look up if this person is a makeup artist herself. You can be a makeup artist and then, of course, also join a multi-level marketing company that sells makeup. But I mentioned that in one of the top fails video where I said those people, for the most part, don't have to have professional training on what it is like to be an artist. And most people believe that that is kind of the height of the job, to color match people, which granted is not that easy because you not only have to match the tone of the makeup, but also the undertone. Do you have neutral? Do you have cooler? Do you have warmer undertones, etc.? But I find it wrong that people who don't need to have a formal education in a field like this can call themselves artists. And then they're color matching you so that you have the right foundation for you. First of all, I would encourage everybody, if you have a chance to do that yourself physically in a store with a trained professional, because this color match thing, which happens digitally in Seint Beauty, will very likely not be very successful. I would encourage you, if you're really looking for the specific shade for your foundation and for your concealer and for your powders, to go into an actual physical store to find the brand that you like and then get color matched there. Otherwise, there is a lot of room for errors. I mean, if you play with makeup who hasn't had that experience before, you have ordered a foundation, it arrives at home, and then you realize it is 3 shades too dark or too light. That's never fun. I wouldn't want to waste my time on an ill-matched foundation ever again. Granted, this was a random post and me reacting to this as well, but I'm pretty sure that Seint Beauty and I will never be a match. The next post is from the Pro MLM Instagram, NoShameSalesGame. This is available on their free Instagram page. In addition to that, you can also purchase a class, a course, to learn more about multi-level marketing and how to be successful. But this is what this MLM coach advises on Instagram for everybody to see. And she has really amazing posts. I've reacted to some of those before, and this one says, average people worry about everyone liking them. Successful people focus on the right people loving them. The desire to be the good girl who is liked by everyone is a pandemic plaguing so many adult women. The sooner you can understand and accept that not everyone is going to like you, the sooner your life, business, and impact on social media will change. Do you think everyone likes at I'm Boss Lee? I know her answer, and I know she's laughing all the way to the bank. Do you think everyone likes at Mel Robbins? I know the answer, and I know that she and her bestsellers don't give a shiz. Do you think that blah blah or blah blah or blah blah or anyone else that is massively successful concerns themselves with the thought of, I hope ever only likes me? What? I hope ever only likes me. I think she wants to say, I hope everyone only likes me. Hell no. Because successful know that by showing up, okay, please proofread your posts, especially if you have a lot of followers, because that is annoying. Because the successful know that by showing up as their authentic selves and operating in zones of genius is what attracts the right people to them. The ones that buy their products, listen to their podcasts, buy their books, and attend their events. Successful people aren't for everyone, they're for the right ones. Think about the next time you feel too timid to show up and be your damn self. The NoShameSalesGame posts are really obnoxious, and at first glance, lots of people might think, this makes sense, but in reality, when you take a look at them, they're super easily debunkable. Here she is speaking about the fact that lots of people want to be liked, and I believe she is doing that because MLMs are sketchy businesses, and if you are in a multi-level marketing company and you have to reach out to other people to be successful, to sell a product here or there and to recruit people, you will get a lot of feedback that people don't like what you're doing. I think that is what she's playing in. She's mentioning people that are in multi-level marketing companies like Boss Lee. Then she's also mentioning self-help people like Mel Robbins or Ed Mylett, because those people are not necessarily generally and genuinely liked. There are lots of people who follow them, who might find them inspirational, because it's a cult-like situation. When you are in Jesse Lee Ward's downline, you're in the Prove It cult, And in my opinion, the self-help industry strongly plays into this and is strongly connected to multi-level marketing companies. That is why she is mentioning people like Mel Robbins. People in multi-level marketing companies will receive a lot of critical feedback. When you reach out to other people, you might be ghosted, but other people might also reach out to you or might answer you and might say, I don't want to buy your products and I don't want to support the business opportunity because MLMs are wrong. And if somebody who is new in the company or has learned from their upline that it is important to keep up with people, that is very likely what they will do. And then they will reach out to the people again and again and again until somebody maybe snaps and said, no, shut up, leave me alone. I do not want to join your company. You're annoying. And I think that that is something that NoShameSalesGame is playing with here. You don't have to be the good girl. You don't have to be the good one that is liked by everybody. You just have to be liked by the right people, the ones you can sell to and the ones you can recruit. And while I agree that it is normal that not everybody will like you, it is a way and it is a tactic to tell yourself, I'm doing the right thing, I'm good what I'm doing. It is other people who have a misperception of this business and they might simply not like me, which is fine, which is a way to kind of blur out critical comments from people who do not like the multi-level marketing business model. It's a no from me, no shame sales game. Let's finish this MLM top fails with a post from somebody in QSciences. I will let this play a couple of times because it is rather short. I'm also not able to play the audio, but yeah, it is from Daniela, our MLM hopper, who started out in Monat, I believe. Then she switched over to iGenius and now to QSciences. She's not a part of the WFAB team anymore, can you believe it? But her posts are just as obnoxious as the ones before. And here she says, salary is the drug your employer gives you to forget your dreams. Why is it that when we were kids, we were used to dreams so big and our parents, other people would encourage it? But once you get older, we are told that our dreams are impossible, that the 9-to-5 life is the only way to stick to what we know. At any point in your life, you're allowed to rewrite your story, whether you're 30, 40, 50, etc. It is never too late. Go after the things that fuel your soul. All you need is the confidence, the right mindset, and the right circle of people to help you make your dreams form into a reality. If you're wondering how to create time freedom, financial freedom, and build a life according to your own expectations, I'm here to help you build that. DM me freedom and let's talk. It seems like it's very popular for MLM hunts to post the white heart. Just recognize that in this top fails video because that came across a lot of times. Let's start with the actual post. A salary is the drug your employer gives you to forget your dreams. First of all, I think people who have actual drug addictions would probably disagree. It's a little bit condescending. She's insinuating that your employer is your dealer who gives you your salary, aka your drugs, so that you can forget your dreams. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not even going to comment on the drug details here, but yeah, way to go. A salary, a stable income that you get from your employer, is not something you get to forget your dreams. If you have a stable job and you get a regular salary, it is because you spend a certain amount of time and you do a certain type of work, and that's what you're getting compensated for. That is nothing illegal, by the way. But handing out drugs is actually illegal. This is obnoxious. I would also argue that your employer doesn't give you the money to forget your dreams. Lots of people are actually able to finance their dreams, whatever they are, because of the income they have from a regular job, whether that is a regular 9-to-5 job or another job where an employer gives you a salary. So that doesn't make sense as well. Now, when we come to the caption under the post, I don't think that she is fully wrong. It is typical in most parts of the world that you have a regular 9-to-5 job or a corporate job because it is a proven system so that the majority of people can be compensated well. It might not be true across the board, but it is a system where everybody that works gets money, gets an income, and gets a salary. I also don't agree with her saying that we're told that our dreams are impossible when you get older. No. People who advise you are probably your family, they're probably your parents, they're probably your friends. They want to see you do well. And for most part, that is true when you have an actual regular job where you can get paid. You can follow your dreams while you have this regular job, or you can take this as a starting point to make experiences. And also, hello, I'm filming. People are working on the apartment below me still, and that is, happening right now on a Sunday. And that would be my dream for them to stop. And my dream probably won't come true. So if you hear weird noise banging, hello, excuse me, they're doing that on a Sunday right below me. I would argue that if you have a regular job, you can follow your dreams besides your job. And you getting a salary is something that can allow you to actually build your own dream, whatever it is. Some people dream of buying a house. Some people dream of buying an apartment. Some people dreaming of being able to pursue a certain hobby, of traveling, of wearing certain clothing, jewelry, etc. And I would argue that your regular salary is a good starting point for that. And if we're talking about being an entrepreneur or starting something on the side, it is a great opportunity to have an actual salary, an actual job where you're getting paid, and then to take it from there. Take in the experience you have in a regular job, the different departments you go through, the different tasks you might have to do, and then you can use that experience when you start your very own business, when you start your very own job. You can also use your regular salary 9-to-5 job to save money to start that venture. So I would say you getting a salary is something that can very well support your dreams, and you can turn that into becoming reality. I also don't disagree with the fact that you need a certain confidence and a certain mindset and potentially the right circle of people to help you to turn whatever you're dreaming off into reality. But I have a problem with this individual posting this in relation to her being in a multi-level marketing company. Because what she's speaking about here, in my opinion, is not you have a certain dream, you want to fulfill something. Make sure you prep yourself well. Get in contact with other entrepreneurs. Do your research. Make sure you understand what regulation you have to follow, etc. And then also get in contact with people who are doing that themselves so that you understand what you need to watch out for if you want to start your own business. This is somebody who's in a multi-level marketing company who's making money when she's able to recruit somebody or make a small commission if she's able to sell a product. In this case, I think have the right mindset and the right circle of people just means to me brainwash yourself to the degree that you believe you will be successful in an MLM, in her case in QSciences, and surround yourself with the people who will help you to make this dream come true. But we know that multi-level marketing companies do not make dreams come true. The majority of people in multi-level marketing companies across the board, according to the FTC, don't make money or lose money, over 99%. So what I believe this is supposed to be an attention-grabby post. And also she's trying to deflect reality and what is actually happening out there. Have faith, jump into this business, show that you're confident, and then listen to the people that have done this before you, that are going to teach you how to be successful in an MLM. And for the most part, that will not work out. QSciences at this point is also a company that has been on the market forever, but it is a very popular multi-level marketing company. So just last year alone, lots and lots, probably tens of thousands of MLM reps have switched over from their multi-level marketing company to QSciences. Lots of people, ironically, from Monat also went there. Lots of people from ItWorks and from Arbonne, because QSciences is mostly based on recruitment. They're not even trying to hide that. There's lots of fluff around with their compensation plan as well. But if you already have a team of people and you are in a multi-level marketing company, you will very likely be able to rise in the ranks quickly in QSciences, a company that is primarily based on recruitment. That is also why QSciences specifically has pitched to people in the past who were in multi-level marketing companies before, preferably those that have a bigger team. So I will not DM your freedom and I don't want to talk to you. Light heart emoji. Because QSciences is just another MLM, just another scam, in my opinion. You will not be able to create time freedom, because if you are in an MLM, you're pretty much expected to work around the clock 24/7, and if you're able to hit one of the higher ranks, you will have to replenish the people on your team that are leaving. So that doesn't speak time freedom to me. Financial freedom is also not something for the majority of people in multi-level marketing companies, because they're paying into a system that the few people at the top can profit of. And how do you build a life according to your own expectations? I don't see that happening in an MLM either. It is true if you join a multi-level marketing company as an independent consultant, you have more freedom than people have when it comes to your own time and how to structure your day in theory, because you don't have to go to an office and you don't have to adhere to certain working hours from 9 to 5. But that doesn't mean that you will be able to build your own expectations. You will have an upline and an upline's uplines. You will have team calls. If somebody is a customer or a potential customer or a potential recruit, you will have to reach out to them and you will have to get back to them whenever it is fitting for the other person and not necessarily for you. So I would argue you have to put your own expectations on the back burner in order to fulfill the expectations for others. It's a no from me, QSciences. That was MLM Top Fails number 13. I think the next one I will upload is going to be another thematic one. I've asked this before in my community tab, but if you're interested in specific types of top fails videos, then please let me know. I'm happy to look into these, and I'm always excited to spice the content up. I still like MLM top fails videos a lot, and if you have any suggestions what you would specifically like to see, then please let me know. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing, giving me a thumbs up, and if you would like to let me know something, please feel free to comment down below. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!